Hi, good morning. Welcome to the AIME Sales Rally. I'm Tom Mancuso, broker branch manager at Nexa Mortgage. I wanted to talk to you guys today about sales and building relationships. Not just about, off the cuff sales and the best salespeople in the world, but really and truly how to be a straightforward, honest salesperson and help build lasting relationships. The biggest thing for me, I'll give you a little bit about my background. I spent a long time, over 15 years, as a finance manager for General Motors, came into mortgages about 2 years ago. Last year was my first full year as a loan officer. I closed about 70 loans last year. So I just want to talk about my approach with customers and consumers, and also realtors and referral partners. The first thing is, please remember, sales is all about people. People will buy from someone they like, trust, and respect. So it's very important to be yourself. Most consumers, keep in mind, are not looking for just a complete encyclopedia for mortgages. They want to buy from a person. They want to get a relationship with that person. They want to feel like you're their mortgage person. So many times I get calls from customers, hey, I have a friend, they're going to call you to do a loan because I told them to call my mortgage person. I told them to call my mortgage broker. That's the best compliment I can receive, because the consumer is taking ownership in me. They're looking at me as a partner, as almost a family member sometimes. So it's important we talk about in this industry what sets us apart from online lenders, from the Quickens, the Freedoms. What does set us apart? It's us. It's us being true good people. We're not a technology. We're not a Super Bowl commercial. We're not a huge computer system database with thousands of telemarketers. We're one person. We want the consumer to understand that. We want to be honest. We want to tell them about ourselves. We want to be relatable. Just so you know, if you spent 20 years in mortgages, that's not what makes you relatable to people. You're a person. You're a consumer. You live life every day and you deal with challenges every day, just like your consumers. So explain that to them. You're not just the high and mighty mortgage encyclopedia. You're a real person. You have families. You have experiences that you go through. Those are ways you can show that you're a real person. One of the biggest things I think that sets me apart with sales is, if I don't know the answer, I just tell them that. You know what? I don't know the answer, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, but I'm going to find out for you. We have 110 lenders at Nexa. A lot of you brokers have multiple, 10, 15, 20 different lenders. A lot of them have different overlays, especially with COVID. Last year in March, a lot of the guidelines got flipped upside down. So if you've been doing mortgages for 30 years, well, last March, you were starting all over with some of these overlays and new guidelines. Explain that to the customer. There's no shame in not knowing the answer to every question, but there is shame in lying or being dishonest or telling someone what you think they want to hear. That's where the problem lies. That's what those telemarketers, the people that have been a licensed loan officer for 30 days and work at a big online lender, that's what they do. But they lose credibility. They lose trust. And once you lose that, just like in a relationship, it's gone. You're never going to get that back. Understand, I tell a lot of customers, I mean, it's obviously public record, but I tell a lot of customers, I'm 2 years in this business. Yes, I've done finance for almost 20 years, but I'm a person. Honestly, most consumers want to get behind an underdog. I tell a lot about myself to the consumer. I like to do a lot of VA loans. I tell every service member, every veteran, I tell them that my family served, my grandfather, my father. That's important to me, to give back, to serve those that serve. And I want them to know what drives me. It's not my paycheck. It's not the next compensation or the next commission. It's really and truly just about karma. It's about trying to do the right thing for the consumer and then have that come back around to me. Because ultimately doing the right thing is the right thing to do. So no one will ever give you a hard time about that. Believe in what we're doing. We as brokers, we don't charge a bunch of junk fees. We don't hit people with thousands of overgrossed compensation. We give customers a good deal. Be proud of that. Don't shy away from that. A customer wants a loan estimate? Yes, let's get a loan estimate. Let's go over the loan estimate. I record a Loom video, and every time I send disclosures out, because I'm proud of these figures I'm giving the customer. I'm proud that everything I told them about giving them a good deal is true. And I want them to see I'm not hiding anything. That's one of the most important things, I think, is being an honest, good person and showing that to the consumer that you really and truly have their best interest at mind. I take that to heart. When I say I'm going to do what's best for the consumer, I'm going to really do what's best for the consumer. It doesn't always pan out for me, I'll be honest with you. Sometimes deals fall apart. Sometimes, there's problems, there's mistakes. But the number one thing that has helped me be successful is I own up to that. Everybody makes mistakes. Very few people own up to it. There's so many entities involved in a mortgage. Your title companies, your agents, your buyer, your seller, or their existing loan, the existing mortgage company. Mistakes happen. Not everyone owns up to them. Don't offer excuses, offer solutions. Every time a loan officer calls me and gives me excuses why something went bad, my brain shuts down. I don't want to hear excuses. I want to hear, this is what happened. These are our options. I think we should do this, this, or this. Moving forward, this is how we solve this problem. I don't want to hear excuses. And neither do your consumers. Consumers hear that stuff all the time. That's what they expect. That's what the 19-year-old loan officer from Quicken, who's been a 32-day loan officer, is telling them. They're giving them excuses. Give them real reasons and solutions on why we can move forward and get past those things. Talking about relationships. That's how you build relationships. Being honest. Again, not everything is always going to go your way. So being honest with your consumers, your referral partners, being upfront and honest with them and making things clear on why you do this job. I don't do this job for money. I do tell customers sometimes, I like expensive things. I love cars. I love expensive cars. But that's not why I do this. Sure, that's a benefit to why I do this, but the real reason is I want to help people. And I have a knack for relationship building and sales and finance. And so I can use my talents to help the consumer and their families. I take a personal interest in those families and those consumers. When I first came to this company, when I came to Nexa, I was given 3 VA leads. My branch manager told me that there were low loan amounts, and that's why he was giving them to me, because a previous loan officer at my branch didn't want to call them. One of those consumers was a $92,000 loan. It was a VA IRRRL. I didn't make a lot of money on it. I literally think the brokerage made $900 total. I maybe made $350. But I treated that customer, I treated that veteran like he was my own father or my grandfather. The man served 20 years in the Army, retired, and joined the Air Force. Like literally is a true hero. He's really and truly what this country was based on. I took great care of him. I acted like I was making $50,000 on that loan. Well, he ended up having 2 VA loans. So he asked me to refinance the second loan. Then one day after I closed that loan, he called me and said, hey, my son has a VA loan. Can you help him out? Absolutely. I said, what's his number? He handed the phone to his son. He said, my son is right here. I help his son out. I get to know his son. I find out his son has 8 rental homes plus 2 VA loans. I refinance 6 of those homes. I build a relationship with his son. His son and his father, from that very first loan that I made $350 on, I now closed last week the 17th referral from that very first loan, because a loan officer didn't want to take on that consumer because they were only going to make a few $100s on. I think I added it up. I made about $40,000 in compensation from that very first loan to the 17th referral that they've done. Now I've helped this young man get up to 12 rental properties. Now this young man is going to get out of the military and he wants to go into real estate or mortgages. I'm talking to this young man about coming to work for my company because he's a true, honest, good person who wants to help others. And he knows, he sees that in me. Understand that everyone you meet or come across in your life is a potential referral partner, and treat them as such. Everything you put on social media, remember, your audience, your consumers see that. You don't want to upset 50% of your customer base. So just remember, everyone you come across is a potential referral partner. I'll share another story about myself. I bought a sports car a couple months ago last year. My wife's not too happy about me. I didn't go crazy, but I bought a car out of state. I had to get a different credit union because my credit union wouldn't do an out-of-state purchase. So I found a new credit union, a local credit union. I got in touch with the branch manager. She helped me out with my loan. She was so nice. She really treated me like a person. Well, this credit union used to be Honeywell Federal Credit Union. It's got thousands and thousands of members. A lot of them are veterans. This branch manager, she even called me at 7:30 at night on a Friday to make sure the cashier's check got to the dealership so my car would get shipped over the weekend. I was shocked. I couldn't believe she actually called me at 7:30 at night on a Friday. And so when this loan closed, I was so happy with the way I was treated. I left her a phenomenal review on Google because she deserved it. And her company saw that review. So she called me the following week, thanked me for the review, and said, "Hey, I'd like you to come in and talk with my mortgage director and I." I thought, what are they trying to recruit me? That's kind of weird. She was telling me that they had great HELOCs when I was doing the auto loan. She's trying to get me to do a HELOC. I was like, no, that's okay. So fast forward, I go meet with her and the mortgage director, and they sit me down. They tell me that their consumers like to meet with their loan officer face to face, but their fixed rate mortgages are not underwritten in house. They're actually sent out of state. They're done through a third party company. Another lender funds their fixed rate mortgages. And they were so elated by how pleased they were so pleased with my service. Or I'm sorry, they were so pleased that I left a review and how I carried myself in business that they wanted to refer their customers to me who wanted fixed rate mortgages. Last week, I closed the third referral, and right now I'm working on the branch manager's refinance. The branch manager's been with this credit union for 34 years. The mortgage director's been there 25 years. So think about that. 59 years of banking and finance experience. They want to use me, a loan officer who's been doing this for less than 2 years. But that's because I'm real. That's because I sat in front of them and I told them why I do this job. I told them that I will go to a consumer's house, especially a veteran, and I will sit there with their family and I will show them everything, full disclosure, and I will explain how we're going to do the right thing for them. And we're going to really and truly focus on doing what's best for the consumer. So just remember, being a good partner, you are a consumer. Treat the people you do business with the way you want to be treated. Treat your consumers the way that you want to be treated. We all want to be treated with respect. We all want to be taken care of. We all, at the same time, like I said, want to get behind an underdog. We want to deal with people. This is not a coarse computer-only transaction. Yes, numbers are numbers, but we're people. Be a person. Communication is important. We build these referral relationships, and I've heard time and time again from realtors that they get upset when their referral partners or their loan officers don't communicate properly. I go above and beyond trying to communicate as best as possible with these consumers and my realtor partners, or even my title company partners. I want to make sure that the entire time they know what's going on. If there's a problem that comes up, I let them know. You're going to get solutions, not excuses, and I will notify you immediately. I'm available 7 days a week. You call my cell phone. I don't have a secretary. You're not going to have to leave messages. I will answer my phone. Our great friend Todd Bitter talks about answer your phone. You are not a switchboard of telemarketers. You are a person. If they call you and you're having dinner with your family, answer the phone. Say, "Excuse me, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, I'm sitting down with my wife. We're just having dinner. Can I call you in a half an hour?" That makes you human. You're a real person also. Let them know that. Understand that a lot of this job comes down to karma. Not just focusing on your next paycheck, focusing on doing what's right for the consumer, focusing on taking care of them, doing the right thing. So guys, I want to give you a little homework assignment this week. I want you to go through your list of referral partners, your title companies, people that have literally been there for you time and time again, your consumers. I want you to go through and I want you to call and I want you to just check in with them. Not asking for anything. I just want you to call and touch base with them. Maybe call a realtor that is a good referral partner with you and ask them, where can you leave them a review? Or a title company, where can you leave them a review? Again, be a good consumer also. Those are your referral partners. They can benefit from good reviews, things like that. Check in on your customers. Check in, just touch base, just ask them how they're doing, see how things are, see how the family is. But take an internal checkup. Do a checkup on your referral partners. Be the change that you want. I love it when my agents call me and just ask how I'm doing. Be that person for them. Call, ask them if you can leave them a review. Again, not expecting anything in return. It will come back around because if you do what you expect, people will mirror that. Again, everybody wants to get behind an underdog. Everybody wants to get behind a winner. Be that winner. Be that person that you want them to be. So call in and check in with your referral partners, leave them a review, tell them some nice things, why you appreciate the relationship and why you appreciate them, and show what you want to happen in our industry. At the end of the day, guys, please just remember this is a people business. That's what sets you apart from the online lender. That's what sets you apart from Quicken. That's why we love AIME so much. It's an amazing group of people across the country that have the same common goal in mind. We want to help others. That's why I love AIME so much, is those people, when I came to this business, none of those people knew me. They treated me like I was family. They helped answer the dumbest questions in the world. I look back at some of the things that I asked, but ultimately they're people too. They know what it's like to be new or starting out in this business or coming from retail to the brokerage community. So just remember, treat people like you want to be treated, be straightforward, be honest, be the change that you want to see in our industry. All right, guys, go out there and kill it. Have a great year. 2021 is our year. I know we're all going to do awesome. Go crush it. Thanks for tuning in.